Today we talking about disciplining kids and how they discipline. More specifically, we talking about, well, we're going to discuss whether or not we think giving kids whoopings is acceptable or like could there be more, I guess, a better way of
punishing your kids or reprimanding them for doing something they're not supposed to be doing.
And we're going to bring up, I guess, our experiences in that area and all that. We're going to get into it. Yeah.
So, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm TK, a.k.a. Soccer T.
I'm Darius, a.k.a. Daristotle.
And this is Mind the Gap.
So this conversation was inspired by a post from the Shade Room. A woman was asking, for those who got whoopings as a kid, do you felt it traumatized you, and were you beat unnecessarily? Looking back, do you think other methods of correction would have worked on you?
All right.
So that's what we're going off of. That's what inspired this conversation. Me personally, I know in my personal experience of getting whooped, you know, you can ask people in my family, I got whooped a lot. You know what I'm saying?
You?
Yeah. For me, my biggest thing is I'm a curious child and I'm smart.
Yeah.
So one is I'm just exploring the world and I'm trying to figure stuff out. And two, once I figure stuff out, I want to know how to do more of it or get away with it. That's the smart side of it.
Yeah.
So sometimes like it's difficult for me because a lot of times if things were just explained to me, like the whooping wouldn't be necessary. But like other times I was like, yeah, I knew what I was doing beforehand and I got that whooping. So I get why I got it. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, but even though whoopings never personally deterred me from doing anything, they just encouraged me to figure out a different way to get it. That was the smart part of it. Okay, now I'm just going to figure out how to like not get caught. Because if it's something I want to do, I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then this other half time was like, we ain't never talked about this beforehand. I don't even know why I'm getting a whooping.
Yeah,
and you know what happened after the whooping? I still didn't know because the explanation wasn't given. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah. So on that front, because I always say that I think more parents could be more proactive than reactive. I think a lot of times, especially growing up, a lot of times when I was getting in trouble, it was a reaction to what I did instead of like preparing me for like in that situation to begin with.
Yeah.
So for me, like I could have done without the whoopings.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel like I could have, because the whoopings ain't stop. Like I said, they wouldn't stop me doing anything anyway.
Yeah, it's not like it made you better though. Made you able to think about how to do things without getting caught.
That's not stopping me from doing the thing though.
No, but it made you smarter on doing the thing without getting caught. So that's how I feel about it. You adapted to something and you made you smarter. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that it didn't help you.
No, that's a wild take.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a different way of thinking about it.
Yeah, man. You gotta look at all the sides. You know what I'm saying? And you here today with
I'm a master criminal today because of the whooping.
You know what I'm saying?
Then that really don't help. I mean, if the parents go is to like keep them out of their criminal lifestyle.
I didn't say what it helped. You know what I'm saying? I said it helped.
I think personally, like you were saying, like it may have helped make me smarter or like more efficient in my criminal ways. That's a unique way of looking at it. But what was your experience with whoopings? Or did you get whoopings?
Oh yeah, I got whoopings. My dad beat the hell out of me.
See, that's not a good way to put it if we talk about whether or not it should.
Nah, because I'm gonna give you both sides. I think my mom whooped me and talked to me and explained things to me in a way that I respect now as an adult. Whereas my dad, I think it was more of a thing that what you saying, where I said it, so don't do it. And, or it's more so like it always seemed like now that I'm an adult, it seemed like he was more, because I got a mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then like even with my mouth, I know how to say things like in this like a normal way and be stern or sharp. So as a kid, I don't have all the experiences or the understanding or the intelligence to know how to say things. So I would say things not knowing that it's a trigger point for him.
Yeah.
Or something that bothers him. Because when he's whooping, like you just like your mom, you talk too much.
Yeah.
And I got older, I said, I remember the interactions he had with my mom. I was like, you had a problem with this.
Yeah.
You still love her and you can't let it go. So you when you see me and I do something that remind you of her, I get the punishment of your anger from that whole situation.
Which is part of the reason why I don't. I think at this point, as me, if I'm a parent, I think I can find a better way than whoopings to like get my point across.
Nah, me, I needed it. That ass whooping did something to me.
Okay.
Yeah. That like I'm curious like you, like those whoopings made me realize like
I also think if they would have tried something different, you think it wouldn't have worked?
No. I'm not that. One of my nephews like that.
Yeah.
You have to like you have there has to be some type of like pain for you to get a full understanding of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that's how the world is.
Yeah.
Like
the world
go ahead.
Can be like that, but normally the world doesn't like it whoops you in different ways. It don't don't whoop you like
but those
corporal punishment.
It can. That's what I'm saying. If those things, regardless of what those situation is, like if like you said, that for me, you have to have both, in my opinion. You have to have you have to explain to me why this is an issue.
Yeah.
But then you also have to like, if you explain it and I don't get punished for it in some way, I do think because some things I didn't care about. I didn't care about going outside. I didn't care about certain things. Like even now,
but what did you care about?
Not getting hit. You know what I'm saying? Like if this can avoid me getting a whooping, then I'm not gonna do it. But it's like you said, my curiosity is gonna get the best of me sometimes. Where I risk the whooping. Yeah. But in some areas, I wouldn't do certain things because I was like, no. I'm gonna get a whooping. And those things kind of like made me understand punishment. Yeah. So when I was like in the world, I was like, okay, well, I can't say these type of things or do this because I can get punched in my face over here. Well, I know what physical pain is. I don't like that. Or in some areas where like dealing with the police, well, I know I can get beat up out here. I know what that feel like, and I know this can be worse. This can be a worse situation. I don't want that.
Yeah.
So those like having a reminder of what pain is and what it can be made me more hesitant in certain situations. Like when I really wanted a situation to go that far, I was really prepared for that.
Yeah.
Rather in some situations, like I don't want to do that. So like those things, but also having that explanation, like explain to me what I done. It's not like, well, I said it, so you do it.
Yeah.
Also having those timeouts or like you can't go outside. All that I had that all around like parenting thing, like if you did it, you can't go outside, or you can't go to basketball practice.
That's interesting, because never in my life have I ever thought about an ass whooping when I'm about to do something.
No, it's not just the ass whooping. It's the result of like this could be I can physical harm can be done to me.
But like I'm saying, like I've never connected. I know what physical pain is, therefore I don't like if I'm getting a fight. The threat of the fight itself, even before ever getting a fight, was enough to be like, I don't want to get hit in the face. I ain't never been hit in the face. I don't need a ass whooping to like, no, I don't want to get hit in the face. And like I was saying before, like ass whooping for me was just something unpleasant, but something I can deal with. Especially when I got to a certain age, I was like, I'm prepared for this. Like this is within my calculations of like what's about to go down. Especially in a lot of, like I remember one time my godfather, we went on a cruise and like I had to use the bathroom and he couldn't take me at the time. And there came a point, so he got somebody to take me, they took me and we were somewhere on the boat and then they left. And then I was using the bathroom, I came out, dude was gone. So I'm wandering around the cruise ship. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little kid on a boat. Trying to find his way back to civilization, you know what I'm saying? And then I finally, I don't know if he found me or I found my way back. And he was so happy he found me, he gave me a whooping. And I was like, and then it hit me in that moment. I was like, this tool that people use that can be used subjectively, I don't like that. Because especially at that point where like I ain't had no control of the situation. Like the person you left me, left me. And like your response was to whoop me.
Yeah.
Where's the justice in that? Like how do I get that back?
You don't. You think that's another lesson. Like life is not fair. You're gonna get unjustly like criminalized for
so that whooping was okay.
I'm not saying it was okay.
Okay,
I'm saying
so
you get nothing like most things that whether they put you in the corner or put you in the room for the rest of the day, it wasn't gonna be justified because they didn't understand the full. Every time you get punished by your parents, it's subjective to their perspective on what the world is. For example, like for me, I remember and this helped me through life right now.
Yeah.
The ass whooping that I'm about to tell you helped me to this day. I remember I was I had a best friend, my next door neighbor.
Yeah.
Best friend. We used to play all the time, but he used to do like real manipulative things to get me to do. He'd be like real manipulative to get me to do things for him or with him. So one day, bro, he was like, I was like 7 or something like that, 7, 8. So he was like, let's jump around in the yard in our underwear. I was like, nah, I don't know about that.
That's crazy.
Right? I was like, nah, I don't.
Yeah.
My mom, she's gonna be mad about that. That's nah. He's like, well, I ain't gonna be your friend no more if you don't do it. I ain't gonna talk to you no more. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, did it. I did it. Jumped up and down the hill with him. He was on his side of the fence. I was on my side of the fence. We jumped around in the yard, run around in the underwear. Mama seen it.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I did. I was like, but this is freeing. But this is weird. The whole time it feel right. I was like, something ain't right. And then I just felt my mama. Seen the pick around the corner. Okay, cool. And I don't know if they was already coming or she called them. But like my aunt and my uncle came and another one of my aunts I got a whooping. Like a serious whooping. So I whooped so bad I went to sleep.
Yeah.
Like on some and she brought them there to after the whooping to when I got up. They all sat there and talked to me individually. Told me, don't you ever do nothing like that. Being friends, having friends like that can get you in trouble like what you did today.
But why do you think the first instinct is to give him a whooping? Like, where does that come from?
It has to be some type of punishment.
But why is that the punishment?
Because
why is that
that punishment it sticks. Like even now, as I'm thinking about it, that punishment, like when people do certain stuff that I realize they don't want to be my friend or something, it reverts back there. It's like I can get hurt dealing with something like that. And I done seen people actually get hurt being with their friends, whether it be in a car and they drunk driving. Like, oh man, you a punk, or oh man, I can't, or having that. That's why, like when you see me and I don't care, I speak the way I speak. It's because of that right there. Because I don't care about nobody being my friend. That lesson alone, and I don't think I would.
So odd
I don't think I would have been able to hold that lesson that close to me if they just talked to me. It had to be like there's a punishment that happened.
Yeah, but why do you think that's the first option in that situation?
Because that's how they was learned. That's what they learned.
Yeah.
So,
that's not weird.
I don't think so.
I think that's weird that the first option
I think that comes from like just especially us as black people. I think that can come from something like they was beat. So if
and that's not
no, I'm saying
it's
I'm
not wild.
No. When you go out there and these people beat you for saying something or doing something or you whistling,
so I'm gonna beat you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna beat you so you know what it feels like. So when you go out here, they're gonna be.
You don't think that sounds wild?
But I'm saying though, like in that situation, that is a defense mechanism. They older generation probably learned.
I think that's a wild thing that I'm going to physically harm you.
Just like the world.
I think that's kind of sick.
Just like the world.
And it's weird that you can do to your child what you couldn't do to somebody's adult without getting charged.
You don't always get charged for it.
That's wild.
You don't always get charged for it. And people do.
And I can't do that to you.
What?
If I start whooping on you right now, you gonna look at me like I'm crazy. Even if you deserved it.
Nope, because think about how many times I done seen people get punched, choked out, and knocked out for like, hey man, you drunk, man, don't get in the car.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna drive when I want to. No, don't get in the car. Pep.
And it's at my discretion.
Pep. Go on to sleep. Now that comes with like that right there comes with like, because my mama never just beat me.
Yeah.
It was like spankings and hits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like that was like, hey man, this you gonna feel this, like this is pain.
So how do you control for that?
What you mean?
Because like I said, that was the ass whoopings I did not deserve.
Yeah, I never.
How do you control for that?
Looking back, I never got a whooping that I never thought that I didn't deserve. Because even then, before that, my mom would always talk to me first.
Yeah,
it was always a talking, like talk to me, like if the situation wasn't something like I did something crazy. It was always like, hey man, why did you do this? And then talk. Why did you do that? Cool. My mom know I'm a stoic person. I don't need TV. I don't need certain things.
Yeah.
I can just sit in the room by myself. No problem. So I'm not going to learn anything. So in my opinion, that was the best option for her. And even then, she would still choose type. She never would like would want to. Now my dad is a different story. I was like, yeah, I can look back on that. I was like, yeah, he wrong for that. I like, boy, you wild.
You wild.
You wilding, bro. He used to be wild, bro. I remember one time he beat me, bro. He got the.
And then when you get to the conversation and like people switch it from like whoopings, like it escalates from I got popped, I got spankings, I got whoopings, I got beat. I got like then because then it's like where's the line between this and that, and then like you hear like I got wire hangers, I got extension cords.
Yeah, see some of that is like
I'm calm down.
I seen a lady, grandma whoop this girl in class. For example, I like that example. So this girl, she used to be wild in class, do a whole bunch of stuff. Now in this moment, we always in there wild.
Yeah,
but our grandmother wasn't in the closet. Okay, so she was in there wild.
In the closet.
The teacher called the grandmother, and she was hiding in like you remember how the science room was.
Yeah.
So she was like in that science room. So she was in there wilding, and then the teacher came in. Everybody lined up books. They was in there throwing novels at each other, papers and everything.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, man, I seen this lady come out with this dress on. She grabbed the girl, pushed her into the board and said, "Didn't I tell you about acting like this? Didn't I tell you I was gonna come up here?" And she said, "Grandma, come on!" Pow, slapped her.
Ooh, slapped her
in front of the class. And then like
in the face,
in the face, slapped her twice because she was talking. She said, "Don't talk back to me." Pow, pow. I'm looking at I'm looking at Miss I forgot her name. It was a white lady, she used to date black men. I was looking at her like, boy, you messed. I know you said this. I'm looking at her like, boy, you crazy, boy.
That's wild.
She slapped her, but and then like when she said, go to the bathroom, then she went to the bathroom, she pulled a drop cord out from I don't know what she pulled this drop cord out.
Yo, first it's the premeditation to bring a drop cord.
I don't know if she brought it or she just put
ain't no way.
Listen. It wasn't even hers because she gave it back to the teacher. I remember her on some drug deal like
you know what I'm saying?
She wrapped it up and
that's wild.
And beat her to the bathroom. And as we walk by, we can kind of hear the screams in there, right? Never a problem out of her. She had one more problem. That was because her and this girl didn't like each other. They got fighting. That was just like some other stuff. Never a problem out of that girl. Ever. And to be real with you, that class kind of, we always like, you know what? She like to set people up. We're not
gonna do that.
Yeah, we're not even about that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how my mom was. Like when I used to do stuff at school, they was like, we're gonna call your mom. I was like, please don't do that.
Yeah.
And she got to get off work and come up here.
That's the thing, though, bro. Like,
not all people learn the same, bro.
Yeah, I get that, but that don't mean that's not an alternative way to learn that lesson. Just because that's the way to experience and that's all we have to go off doesn't mean that wasn't a better way to handle the situation.
Yeah, sometimes they don't know a better way.
That don't mean it was the best way.
It don't have to be the best way. It's their way. That's the way that they know. They don't.
That ain't always good though.
I ain't say it was good.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying it's good. The way like when people, it's like what we eat consistently. Now in this day and age, there's more opportunity, more ways for us to know. But with the way they came up, they didn't have the internet. They didn't have things. So whatever they parents could, they could. The lessons they learned from their parents, they learned.
That's why I think it's weird that the first instinct, based on what we had, was to whoop. Instead of and I get it, they didn't have that,
bro. And they learned hard lessons by getting beat. They used to get beat in the street for acting up. You gotta understand that. Like my grandmother is 90 years old, and my grandpa daughter like 77, brother. They lived in the age where like they can get beat in the street and what nothing happen. Yeah. So before you go out there acting stupid and they beat you for nothing, let me go ahead and touch you now so you know what you're gonna feel if you out there acting like this. Which I still
think is wild.
I don't think that's wild
because just because that's all you know, don't mean that's the best way to handle it.
Well, I went back to doing the civil rights, doing the way you can get beat in the street.
Yeah, all that's cool, but that's not changing. Is there a better way?
I don't know because that's for each person.
That's what I'm interested
because like
in
that's
exploring.
Like saying like is jail the best way? But some people will go to jail and still don't learn lessons. Just like some people get whoopings and they still don't learn the lesson they learned from the whooping.
Which is why we're trying to reform jail.
But some people, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about like whoopings in jail. Like you don't know how people learn. Like even some people they don't need whooping. Some people you can just talk to. Some people you just put in the corner. Some people, everybody got their different ways. Sometimes when you see other kids acting up in the store or whatever, you think if you pop them, they gonna stop right then and there.
Yeah.
They're gonna start right then and there. And then you got other parents. Well, I used to put them in the corner all the time. I used to tell them this. I used to break down things. Then he done shot up in school, or he done went to school, or he didn't know how to handle his emotions in some type of way. Yeah, there's plenty of better ways, but to that person, how much better? We talk about this all the time on how people learn different. I can tell somebody directly something, they'll never get it.
Yeah.
So it's like that. Like what parents have as tools, what they learn. Not saying it's the best way, but that way may be the best for that particular person. Like just for
or
me.
it may not,
or it may not. But any
so
other way,
how do we? What I'm advocating for,
I don't know how you decipher how a person would learn. You got to try everything.
What I'm saying is, I like a lot of people. I know a lot of people because growing up, a lot of people. What I'm saying is, a lot of people, the first option was a whooping, because that's all they know. But like I said, for me personally, if you would have just explained it to me, that would have got it. For me personally, the only way I really learned, because I take this for example. I used to be a thief.
Right.
I was good too.
Yeah.
I was the best.
I was good.
You know what I'm saying?
Still too.
I could steal the ID off around your neck and go get another lunch. Are you William Haddad? Wahali. I sure I am. You know what I'm saying? I was on that type of time. I was good at it. You know what I'm saying? I used to get whoopings all the time for it. You know what I'm saying? All I want to do, because, you know, kids, you ain't got what you want it, you go get it. Only thing that stopped me is seeing the hurt on somebody's face. Of like, damn, I really caused him. I really caused him that pain.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna stop. No amount of ass whoopings was gonna prevent me from doing that until I saw that face. But it's how is the question is how do you learn? Because
you gotta pay attention to your
and I think a lot of times, especially like growing up,
you gotta pay attention to
you may not always even have the time to do that.
That's what I'm about to say.
You know what I'm saying?
Always working, trying to survive.
So the for me, like the way I learn best is not through that. So how do you? So a better solution is to get to know your kids more than like the experiences we may have had.
Sound nice.
Yeah.
Sound like somebody might be able to do that. But in the most, like even in our situation.
But you still gotta take accountability for that. If they don't, just because that's all you know, don't mean you was handling things the best.
That don't mean you was. You keep saying best. There is no best when it comes down to parenting. There's that you in anything, whether it be basketball, everyday driving, whatever.
Right.
There's no best. Yeah. People gonna do with the tools that they have. If they don't know,
and if there's better ways to handle something, then there's a best somewhere.
Yeah, but sometimes people not gonna get to that.
And I get that, but that don't mean that it was okay. Is my point.
I never said it was okay. What I'm saying is they didn't know. That's what you have to give them. They didn't know. They don't know a better way. They learned the way they learned. Yeah. They assumed that's the way everybody else.
I already know that though, but I don't care if that's all you knew. I understand that, and I can give you grace for that.
What would you want? Like you want them to apologize for what they did? You want them to what would you?
I mean, especially for some of the mass whoopers, yes, I would like an apology. You know what I'm saying?
That. But the question is, are you traumatized by it? Are you traumatized by it?
Me?
Yeah, you. That's what it is. They add the question that we're talking about. Are you traumatized by it?
Maybe, because the way I'm defending this shit right now, I feel kind of triggered.
So are you traumatized by it?
I think so.
Okay.
On some level. But me as a person, it is what it is.
Then how you?
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But also you looking at me, but you know I'm also not emotionally healthy. So.
That's what I'm saying. Like you, the thing is, I'm looking at you like that because you are the dictionary. So I'm like, you know what traumatized means. So like, we should have looked that up. Okay. We should have looked that up. Yeah. So we can look it up now.
Because a lot of people might be suffering from trauma and we don't even know.
That's a fact. I may be suffering from some type of trauma.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I think about that ass when my daddy gave, but he gave me an ass one day, boy. I was like, boy, that one day.
But like, does an ass whooping like that inform the way you view your father?
Boy, I say this.
Not to get in a therapy session.
I say this much.
Because I know if I got an ass whooping that I didn't deserve, I was looking at you like, okay. And then also like I used to watch all the adults do stuff, and I'm like, what are they ass whooping at?
But that's the thing. We watch every day on the internet people get their ass whooped for doing something crazy. And I'll be like, yeah, you deserve it. We'll say that. Yeah, you deserve it. You should have got punched. Those moments I'll be like, bro, you probably never had no good ass whooping because you
think?
Sometimes. Not all the time. Like I know people that like I say, bro.
Some people
I
got
3 nephews, bro. One of them, a whooping would do nothing for him.
Yeah.
One, the threat of it would tighten him up.
Yeah.
And the other one was like, it was middle ground. The oldest one was always middle ground.
Depends on how much I want it.
But the one in the middle, yeah, he'll grab the belt. Like, look, I'm gonna do it again, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He rough. So like I understand it, bro. It don't work for everybody. But the one my dad gave me, bro, I forgot. I said something wrong. I don't remember what I do remember. We was talking about I was reading a Rugrats book or something. And I stumbled over some word or whatever, and he used to compare me and my older sister. And I was like 9, 10 or something like that. And he was like, see, he called me son, bro. He belittled me in some manner, like called me stupid or dumb. I forgot what he said, but he said something to that manner. And I was like, you say you always playing them games. That's why you don't know nothing. That's what he said. That's why you don't know you always playing games. At that time, I really wasn't playing games like that.
Yeah.
But my quick witted response
was 1,000 responses.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I read when I play the game. The game do help me learn some letters.
That's why we limit. But I would have.
Because the first word that popped up was stimulation. I was like, I would never known stimulation without playing, a game or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was something where I was like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, what? You talking back to me? And then, bro, he came over there. My dad's strong, like big and strong. I don't know if you ever seen my dad.
Yeah, he looked like Jesse Jackson. Anyway,
bruh, when I tell you, bruh, he grabbed me by my arm and picked me up, bruh.
That's crazy.
And then he put his belt, bruh, and he just beat me. Like, my feet was not even, you know what I'm saying? And then goddamn kind of threw me off to go to the room, cuz.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Like, why did this happen?
Yeah, like, come on, cuz.
Why did I'll tell you right now.
I was already crying because he was trying to, like, he was already belittling me. And then it wasn't just, it was him, his wife, and then my sister.
That was crazy.
So it was like, you already trying to, you know what I'm saying?
That would have forever, like, we had beef.
Bro, it's here. You know what I'm saying? It's here. Because it's like that, because those are times like, nah, I didn't really do nothing wrong in that situation. But like every time I think about either like my mom or like an aunt or something doing it, was like, yeah, I was trying to get away with something.
Another thing is, I don't know about you, but I know in my experience and what I witnessed, I've never seen somebody give a child a whooping and them not be angry.
Who?
The whooper. Like, it's always because it's a difficult thing for me to be like, yeah, I understand there's a punishment, but at the same time, I feel like something's being taken out on me.
You've been at work all day.
Yeah, like, and this is like also.
That's when it becomes something else.
Also, how do the whooper, how do you separate those emotions from like I get it, because like I remember I used to. It's like sometimes they be plotting on me, like saving the whoopers, and then something comes out of nowhere.
That's crazy.
And then so I'll be like, who's monitoring this? Like who's like who? Like I have no control over when I'm getting whooped.
Yeah, that's a little different.
like.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah, so I'd always like this person who's whooping me. They ain't happy. They angry right now, and like I get you had a stressful day with my nigga. All I did was knock over a glass of water. So what's the?
Nah,
I told you about horsing around, but like,
nah,
where's the like? But who monitors it? Who?
That's what I'm saying. That and that aspect, bro. What I'm saying, like monetary, like whoopings whoopings are, in my opinion, still needed. Like that's some type, especially as like when like young kid, not whoopings, but like, hey man, stop. You know what I'm saying? Like. Because they don't fully understand, but you understand that I'm saying stop, and you got to know there's a reinforcement to that stop. And then whenever like a kid thinks about trying you, they think about those moments going back. But like whooping somebody out of anger, I don't think I ever got a whooping like that. It was always I did something that I knew in the back of my head.
What was the expression on the face?
It was always that first, like, man, I really don't want to do this. Like that was like a lot of times when like, I got to whoop somebody, like especially like my aunts or uncles, I can tell they didn't want to. Cause they done said something 2 or 3 times too.
I don't see niggas go up the couch just like they was waiting on it. I was like, you ain't got to do them like that. Just like one move, like Pootie Tang, just like a superhero.
I have never remember a time, bro. I don't remember a time of my mom just like, and like I say, I ain't get like a lot of whoopings. It was like, again, it was like I done did something, I done said something. I'm playing, I'm doing something that in the back of my mind, I know. Cause I was always smart. Like I always knew like I'm doing something wrong, but like I got to get caught for me to be stopped. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I did, it was never like, it was like, man, come on. Don't make me do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was over. Like, I don't remember, like I said, the one I remember on some like anger, like I could tell, like, you know, the scrunch face and like, you know what I'm saying? Like the clenched jaw, like my dad. Those are the times I remember, like I felt that heat.
Yeah.
This ain't all me.
Yeah, this is about a quarter of me.
It's like,
75% your life.
I feel like but this ain't all me. Any other thing, bro, it's been like I done been told, I've been talked to, I done laid the ground rules, and I decided to do something else.
Yeah.
Or I done did or hurt somebody. I have nephews, so I heard them. Like we'll get to arguing or something, and I was like, man, you're not listening. So I heard them. It was like, why are you doing that? Why are you hurting him over this, or you're talking to him or whatever? Because he got, well, y'all hug now. I don't want to hug you. Well, you either hug or y'all get whooped. Which one you want? You know what I'm saying? Well, so you chose that. You know what I'm saying? And then I start hugging him. Love my nephew to death now. I hug him all the time now.
That hug wouldn't have did shit for me in that moment.
Yeah,
I'm just doing this to avoid punishment.
It's the like when I had like those like my mom used to have creative ways to punish me, bro. Like she knows me, bro.
Yeah,
that's the issue. She knows me. Like even in those moments, like she knew, like, bro, all you gotta do is hug him. Why are you this stubborn? Like, you know, why is this like something? She knew when I wanted to go outside, when I didn't want to go outside, when to like put me into certain spaces. Like she knew me. Like, nah, we gonna do this then. Nah, I ain't gotta whip it out. She knew that sometimes the expression on her face, the sadness on her face, was enough for me to act right. And then she knew, like, sometimes, like, no, you need to be.
I would say I'm a hard child to get to know. Like, cause you don't, but you have to talk to me. But as a child, I talked like an adult. But I talked like an adult who, I'm not gonna say, like, I ain't mean to be condescending, but you know, when you a child,
you don't know nothing about that.
You just call stuff like how you see it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't mean to be.
You ask me a question.
You know what I'm saying? I just responded. You know, it's like when you ask your child, do I look fat? And they're like, yeah. You might want to work on that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think there was a better way?
Yeah, it says, do you think there were other methods of correction that would have worked on you?
In some, like I told you, in some incidents, I think I did. I don't think I'm traumatized. Only in certain, like my dad.
Yeah.
I don't think, even with that, I'm not traumatized. Because it's like, even with those moments, it was like, oh, okay, I feel emotion.
Yeah.
That this ain't all me. And then like with was there other methods? I think, in my opinion, my mom did a whole, like she, like again, like I say, like she knew what method to use during certain times. Like sometimes she knew just to talk to me, but she used to break me. You seen me at the wedding?
Yeah.
Crying. Cried more. I cried more dancing with my mom than watching my wife come down the aisle. Cause she know what to say, whether it be meaningful or heartfelt. She know.
In that moment, which was one of the most touching things to witness. Do you think she know the effect it's gonna have on you?
In terms of like punishment, but in that moment,
it was just expression.
I was already emotional.
Yeah,
and then the music that I chose, and then
that was a perfect storm.
Yeah,
that was a perfect.
So
storm.
she didn't even know the song, right?
Yeah,
but what she was saying went with the song.
Yeah.
So so when that moment, she didn't know that my connection with the song, why I chose it. She don't know the lyrics or nothing like that. It was, I knew what it was, and I knew what it was for the moment. And then her talking, which went with the song.
Yeah.
It was just like, yo, this is bad.
Yeah,
this is bad for me, bro. Because this is
Charma is swinging on somebody, because you don't know how to handle your emotions. Get off me, man.
So in that moment, I don't think she was doing it on purpose. Yeah. She knew I was emotional. She knew I was
just
emotional.
The effect.
It was just an effect. Like it was also her being emotional, and also like saying different stuff to me. Like, hey, it's okay. I'm still gonna be here, but I have to relinquish you to your wife. Like, I'm still your mother. I still love you. I still do this. I'm still here for you. But hey, you got it now. Like, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Because she a big Bible, you know what I'm saying?
You were released.
Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
that's what I used to say. Well, that's another thing I used to think was funny, and then looking back on it, got to really look into it. What's the Bible? They be like, spare the rod, spoil the child.
Spoil the child,
That's I heard that so much.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody, like I heard somebody do it.
But it's also like teach the child in us too.
Yeah,
That's
it's
something
like,
that people just skip. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
like they like the shepherd uses the rod to guide them back into place.
Yeah.
They don't just
it's
wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's multiple ways that staff is used.
It's like Jesus Christ.
That's a good way to put it. That's how I feel like my mom, she really did that, bro. Because it was sometimes, bro, I learned my lesson quick.
Mm-hmm.
But in other lessons, like that friend lesson, like that thing that happened with the friend, like and after that, I ain't never really. I only did it one other time. That's when I was in love. That was the only other time I was like, man, I really want you to stay and be with me. That's when I was in love. That was because that was my first.
So y'all
love.
Jumped around with your drawers,
bro, dead ass.
So did it work?
What? There was no point in it. You know what I'm saying? After that, man, I ain't care.
It sounded like if you got another opportunity where you wanted to do it, you was gonna do it. Before the
whooping?
After the whooping.
No, I did not.
Because now you have a reason to do it. Now you just in love.
What? No. I'm sorry. Yeah. Them two different things. What I'm saying is, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. What I was saying is the only other time where I really wanted somebody to be in my life, even though they didn't want to, and they was doing stuff like, well, I'm not gonna love you no more, or stuff like that. I'm not gonna be here no more if you don't love me or do something. That's when I was in love. That's what I was saying.
Why you think you didn't remember that ass whooping in?
Say what?
Was it just because love was involved?
I think love was involved. Whereas friendship, I wasn't mature enough to understand the connection between what this person was doing and that. Whereas somebody said, I don't want to be your friend. I'm like, okay. It was quick. Hey,
I don't want to be your girlfriend anymore. Please don't.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah.
Please don't. Please don't.
Oh. But I also think there's some people out there that would have benefited off of ass whoop. I think some people got punishment in some areas.
I'm not going to act like getting hit in the face don't change your point of view in life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But also, like I was maintaining earlier, like I think a lot of people need to do a better job getting to know their kids. Because I think for a lot of people, they first go-to is go get the belt. It's like, but did you
talk to them?
Yeah, they didn't even know what they did was wrong until you.
I will agree with you. Yeah. I 100% agree with you on that. The only problem is with that, especially coming from where we always in survival mode.
Yeah,
it's just like, man, talking is like sometimes your parents just do, like, especially if you're a single mother or a single father, or you don't have like everybody's working or whatever. It's like, man, I told you, and I don't have time to keep telling you over and over. I'm tired too. Yeah. I'm human too. I don't have time to talk to you like this. But in that same aspect, you shouldn't just be whooping kids just for them to understand and not giving them understanding on the things that they done.
Because if you just whooping me and you're not, like, take some of that, at least if you give me 10 ass whoopers, at least one of them times, take that time that you're going to whoop my ass.
And talk to me.
To talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Because now you just building resentment, because now I'm getting hit. I know you don't want me to do it, but I don't know why I shouldn't do it. You're not breaking it down to me.
I don't think whooping.
And then I see you doing it. Like what? Yeah. Like what we gonna go from here?
I don't think people should be whooping kids like that. I think that should be like, because I always think about, because like I said, I got the extreme whooping, and then I got like the moderate whooping where, like, again, like, I think in the moments that I did get a whooping, it was timely.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, I really learned a lesson here. I better not do that no more, or whatever the case no more. Or I got a stern talking to, a correct, like, this is a talk. Oh, okay, I learned a lesson. Because you, like, I was, my mom knew me. Even to this day, she do things to me that I didn't know that it was a thing for me. Like, I don't like people like hitting my back, like playing on my back. So sometimes, like, if I'm like playing with her or whatever, and I do something, like, I always bother her about like me getting her stuff or whatever the case, and she'll pat me on the back. Stop. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Or like poking my belly button. I do not like that. People playing my belly button, and she'll do that junk just to be funny. What's wrong with you? Woo! Like what you doing? You know, like,
what you gonna do about it?
Yeah, it's like, why she know I don't like that? You know what I'm saying? But I think you have to learn. I got it
on my sides. Don't touch my sides.
Yeah, you don't like that.
Don't touch my sides, boy.
But it's like, you do, as a parent, bro, you do got to take that time to learn your child.
I elbowed my grandma in the eye, boy.
Oh,
it wasn't on purpose though. No, I was laying down. And I'm sorry, girl. I apologize for laughing. I forgot. It was like I was in high school, and I was on the couch. I slept on the couch in high school. I was chilling or whatever. She came, hey, pow, and I was like half asleep. She hit my side, boy, knee jerk, pow, quick elbow. I went, I was back there. Then I went to sleep. Hours later, bro, I walk in the kitchen. My grandma like this.
Wow.
I'm like, what's wrong with Shorty? You know what I'm saying? She's like, you. I was like, oh my God, bro, I'm so sorry, bro. Don't pull me my side.
Or you don't get another one.
You gonna have two. You
gonna be over 2 steaks over
you want a matching eye with that one?
Oh, bro, that time my dad did give me that. My mama almost shot him. I forgot about that part of it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah, allegedly.
She didn't get to him fast enough.
Yeah. Allegedly couldn't get to
She couldn't get to him fast enough, man.
That's a wild stuff right there. It's like you say stimulus.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. It was I think the word was like Christmas in the book.
Yeah.
I think it was like some Road Rats Christmas book. It was like a pop-out book.
And I'm a child, right? Like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was like, bro, come on,
Christ,
man. You playing them games too much. Like, come on.
And
man.
another thing I always, some kids, parents be mad. I'm like, you ain't dumb, boy. You know what you doing. It turns out
your son dumb. You know what I'm saying? Or your daughter dumb.
Yeah, you dumb.
That goes with what you were saying. Like, you really got to know your child. Like, in my opinion, though, bro, there's some aspect, like I said, there's some kids that I'm looking at like, bro, if you pop him, you'll be good. Ain't no amount of talking in some aspect that's not going to work.
Yeah.
Now, I've been around kids like, bro, you done said everything you done said. You done try to put him in the corner. You done try to so at what point do he feel pain for what he's doing? Because in my opinion, that's how life is.
Yeah.
You keep going the wrong way, eventually you're going to feel some type of pain. Like, no matter what. But then some kids, bro, I done seen kids, bro, you can talk to them stern. Hey, go over there in the corner. Hey, yes, sir.
It's not the corner.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's the corner.
It's different aspects, there's different stuff. Like, but I don't know how you just get everybody to go in the corner because like everybody's different.
For me, if you take away my ability to create, I crumble. Like, if you take away,
you ain't take nothing else apart in this house. Like, you like, whoa, you still got.
And that's real though, because I used to have just mounting the toys. I used to disassemble and reassemble in my bedroom or whatever. When you just take all my tools away and just make me just sit somewhere, I'm a changed man. Like,
see, with me,
I'm a changed man.
As long as I got this, well, it's hard to work with, boy. Yeah. Cause my mom used to do that. She was like, no TV, no nothing. I used to be scared of the dark. Like, yeah, you just gonna sit in the dark. You might go sleep. You like you gonna figure it out. Yeah, being up crying and everything. Now go to bed.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
You want to, you know what I'm saying?
It's a wrap.
Sleep. And she was giving me with that to the point where I got to the point where I'm comfortable in the dark.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, what if it's a monster in here? He gonna get me.
He gonna get me.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, I've been in the dark. He ain't got me yet.
He ain't got me yet. You know what I'm saying? What are you waiting on?
Honestly, that's how I made peace with the dark. I was like, if something was gonna get me, they would have already got me. Cause I used to be scared of the dark too. I was like, but you know what? Every day I go to the bathroom, don't nothing happen.
I used to be like, man, somebody in here watching me. And I was like, you know what? Just watch me. I'm about to get naked and get in this bed, and you want to watch me get naked and get in this bed?
Like, y'all perverts.
Yeah, like whatever.
Whatever creature's in here.
And I used to have a sleeping bag. Get a sleeping bag. When you ain't getting in here, there's only one person.
But till this day, like, I don't know what it is about being covered up. I don't know why that's in us. Like, if I'm covered up, I feel safe. Yeah. Like, I feel sick. I don't know what it's
cover.
Yeah. I was like, can't nothing get me.
I don't care about pow. I'm
like
safe,
it's just spirits floating around. Damn, he wrapped up. We can't get him, bro.
We gotta find some safe place.
He's like, his feet out. His feet ain't out.
My feet ain't out. You can't touch it.
Is it hanging off the bed? Nah. I was like that's so weird. That should be studied. Like, why? Why is it that we do that?
We just feel safe.
It's just like if I'm tucked in, boy,
you feel covered.
I feel tucked in, boy. That's interesting, though.
I just learned some hard lessons. like I tell you, bro, my dad used to get me, bro. I remember the time he kicked me in my eye one time, man.
That's wild. Nigga, see, that's too much.
Nah, we was
when you because that's a long way to travel. Like,
he popped me, bro. Because he used to watch like
it wasn't graceful.
It was. It was smooth, bro.
That's crazy.
It was smooth.
It's crazy even have the thought before your hands. You go, Just with the leg?
With the leg, bro. He popped me in the eye. Bro.
Like he do you.
It was
like,
a big toe. It was a big toe hit me in the eye.
That's wild.
Like, damn, cuz. Pops, what you doing? But we was outside, like, practicing on some stuff. Because he's like martial art moves, like the Steven Seagals, the Jean-Claude Van Damme, stuff like that. So we was out there and he was like, we was practicing some moves that I guess he had seen. But it's my dad, so you think your parents know everything. So I'm like, I want to do karate. I'll teach you. Not knowing he probably didn't have no experience in it himself.
Yeah.
So we doing it, and it was dark too. So I don't know if he did it on purpose or not.
So I thought he was like, boy, you get on my nerves.
Nah, it wasn't like.
I thought he purposely like just.
Hey, my boy, tough, but I don't think he did.
That's what I was thinking when you said he kicked me in the face. I was like,
he kicked me in the ass, man. He was just funny, man.
He did you like Vegeta. When Vegeta found out Trunks can go Super Saiyan, and he's like, let me see what you got. And then Trunks laid one on him. He's like, wow. Vegeta just popped his ass.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
He's like, whoa. And he's like, well, I didn't say I wasn't going to hit you.
Yeah.
I was just like, jeez. I was like, that was out of anger. You need to apologize for that. He was like, I'm going to take you to the amusement park.
But in my opinion, whoopings work, but you also got to learn your child and learn their things, because whoopings may not work for that child.
Yeah.
You might have to do other things. But I also think there's some people that need whoopings or they're going to be out here doing reckless things. I think a lot of people would have been saved if they didn't get whoopings. I also think a lot of other people would have been saved if they got other punishments to teach them lessons. Like you have to learn, like you say, you have to learn your child and let them know, like, hey, man, there's punishments out here that I can't save you from. And these are I'm going to punish you in these aspects so you can learn a lesson. Now, how you learn that lesson, I got to figure that out. I think as a parent, you need to do that. But also, with parenting, you got to show them grace because they human too. They're tired. They working all day. They trying to provide. They trying to survive. And they doing the same thing that they was taught. And sometimes they don't know no better because they only have one perspective. Not saying it's right.
I think parenting is a two-way street. The parent and the parentee, the child.
The child.
You know what I'm saying? But I think for a child, you learn that as you get older and you learn to extend grace. It's like you were saying, I understand, like, you using the best tools you had available when you had it. But so like he was saying, I concur. Learn your child. Learn what works for them. All individuals, even if you got in the same household, it don't mean all three of them respond the same way.
I seen it, boy.
You know what I'm saying? So you got. You decide to be a parent. Do the work.
Yeah, do the work.
Do the work.
That's nothing. So like we are extending grace, but all y'all don't deserve grace now.
Yeah, like to do the work.
All the parents don't deserve grace.
I know you tired from work. I know you got a lot going on, but you had.
But you working at home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Them kids tired too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do the work, man.
Do the work, bro.
Everybody need to do the work.
Like you right, bro. You had them kids, bro. Figure that out, man. But I understand.
Yeah. But that's all I got.
That's all I got, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know in the comment section. Hey, is whoopings good? Do you think there's other things that could be taught? Did whoopings work for you? Let us know in the comment section, man. I'm TK, aka Soccer T.
I'm Darius, aka Daristotle, and this is Mind the Gap.